Spider-Man jokes during the fight. That's what makes people forget how terrifying his world actually is. Because behind the mask, the humor, Peter Parker lives in constant fear. Not fear of losing battles, but fear of losing everyone around him. And the reason for that fear is his villains. These aren't just criminals in costumes, they are serial killers, obsessive psychopaths, mutated monsters, and beings so powerful that they can destroy entire universes. Some of them stalked Peter for years, some ruined his life completely, and one of them was powerful enough to make Spider-Man feel truly helpless. And today we are counting down to 10 scariest Spider-Man villains ever created. Not based on strength alone, but based on how terrifying they truly are. Number 10. Lizard. Who is the Lizard? Dr. Kurt Connors, one of the smartest scientists in Spider-Man's world and someone Peter Parker deeply respected. But what turned him into the monster? After losing his arm, Connors became obsessed with reptilian regeneration experiments. At first, the goal was simple: regrow what he lost. But the experiment changed him completely. He transformed into the Lizard, a giant reptilian creature driven by pure animal instinct. And why is he terrifying? Because every transformation slowly destroys the human side of Kurt Connors. In several comic storylines, the Lizard stops thinking like a man entirely. He begins hunting, attacking, and even killing without remorse. But the scariest part, Spider-Man isn't fighting a random villain. He is fighting someone he still hoped can be saved. Number 9. Green Goblin.
We're gonna have a hell of a time.
Most Spider-Man villains want to defeat him. Green Goblins want to destroy Peter Parker completely. Norman Osborn, a genius businessman hiding behind the mask of psychopath, but what makes him so dangerous isn't his technology, it's his mind. Norman studies Peter Parker carefully. He learns his fears, targets the people closest to him, and turns Spider-Man's personal life into a nightmare. Why does Green Goblin feel more terrifying than most villains? Because everything he does feels personal. He doesn't attack randomly. He plans, manipulates, waits for a perfect moment to hurt Peter emotionally. And when a villain enjoys causing pain that much, that's what makes them truly dangerous. 8. Carnage.
Let there be carnage.
Before becoming Carnage, Cletus Kasady was already a serial killer. Now imagine giving someone like that an alien symbiote. What was created? Pure chaos. Carnage is stronger, more violent, and far more unstable than Venom. And what makes him terrifying isn't just power, it's the complete lack of humanity. Most villains have motives: money, revenge, or control. Carnage doesn't need a reason. He hurts people because he enjoys it. And how dangerous is he? Dangerous enough that Spider-Man often can't defeat him alone. Even Peter Parker, someone who believes almost everyone can change, understands that Carnage is different. There is nothing left to save. Number 7. Jackal. Who is the Jackal? Miles Warren, a brilliant scientist consumed by obsessions after Gwen Stacy's death. But what made him truly disturbing is cloning. Instead of accepting the loss, Warren became obsessed with recreating people through science. And how terrifying did that become? The Clone Saga. The Clone Saga turned Peter's life into psychological horror. Friends returned from the dead. Identities become impossible to trust. And even Peter began to questioning whether he himself was the original.
That man's an imposter. That man is the imposter.
Why is that so frightening? Because Jackal didn't just attack Spider-Man physically, he attacked Peter's sense of reality. 6. Mr. Negative. At first glance, Martin Lee seems harmless, calm, kind, and trustworthy. But hidden underneath that public image is Mr. Negative, one of the Spider-Man's darkest enemies. And what made him scary? Duality. One side of him genuinely helps people, the other spread corruption, fear and violence. And how do his power works? Mr. Negative can manipulate negative emotion and corrupt people from the inside. That unpredictability makes him terrifying, because sometimes the most dangerous villains are the ones who look completely normal.
Well, May's always told me if you help someone,
You help everyone.
Number 5. Scorpion.
Revenge on J. Jonah Jameson and Spider-Man.
McGargan wanted power. Instead, he became a monster. Who is Scorpion? A man transformed through an experiment designed to create someone stronger than Spider-Man. But what went wrong? The Scorpion's suit connected directly to his nervous system. Over time, the constant pain and aggression slowly destroys his sanity. And why does that make him frightening? Because Scorpion feels unstable, violent, unpredictable, out of control. He isn't just fighting Spider-Man anymore. He's fighting the monster he became. Number 4. Venom.
Do you feel me? What the hell are you? We are Venom.
Before Venom became mainstream and popular, he was terrifying. Who is Venom? A living alien symbiote bonded with Eddie Brock, someone who personally hated Peter Parker. And what made Venom different from every other villain? Spider-Man's spider sense couldn't detect him, meaning Venom could stalk Peter without warning. Imagine losing the one ability that always keeps you safe. And how dangerous was Venom beyond physical strength? He knew Peter's identity, his loved ones, his fears. Venom didn't just attack Spider-Man, he invaded Peter Parker's entire life. And that's what made him feel less like a villain and more like a predator. Number 3. Morlun.
I've been fighting this guy for nearly 12 hours straight. I haven't had anything to eat or drink. And he's not even tired. But I am.
Morlun is one of the few villains who made Spider-Man genuinely afraid. Who is he? An immortal being who hunts spider totems around the multiverse. But what makes him terrifying? Persistence. Once Morlun chooses a target, he never stops hunting them. And how painful is he? Strong enough to overpower Spider-Man repeatedly. Peter Parker usually finds a way to survive, but against Morlun, he felt helpless. Why? Because for the first time, Spider-Man realizes he wasn't the hunter anymore. He was a prey.
This is real. So
Number
are you
2.
like
Spot.
a cow or a Dalmatian?
I am the Spot. We meet again, Spider-Man.
For years, Spot was treated like a joke villain. Then Spider-Verse completely changed that. What makes Spot terrifying? His body functions like a living portal. He can appear anywhere, attack from impossible angles, and manipulate reality itself. But the real horror comes from transformation. The more powerful Spot becomes, the less human he looks. And why is that disturbing? Because you slowly watch someone lose their identity completely. What starts as strange villain eventually becomes something unnatural. Number 1. Null.
I will kill your world. Everyone will burn. You.
Well, what?
Before light existed, there was a darkness, and inside that darkness existed Null. Who is Null? An ancient god of symbiotes, one of the most powerful cosmic beings in Marvel history. And what makes him the scariest Spider-Man villain ever? Scale. Most villains threaten cities. Null threatens existence itself. He commands symbiote armies, create monstrous dragons, and spread darkness across entire galaxies. And why is it truly terrifying? Because Null believes life itself is a mistake. To him, creation deserves to be erased. And how do you fight someone that powerful? For Spider-Man, sometimes you can't. Spider-Man may be one of the Marvel's funniest heroes, but his villains are some of the darkest characters ever created. Each one represents a different kind of fear, obsession, violence, madness, corruption, and complete destruction. So which Spider-Man villain do you think is the scariest? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.